Okay, good afternoon all. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button. We're in our new location ready for this afternoon's special stream. It is of course the Platinum Jubilee, which we will be seeing very soon. Welcome Holes, welcome Aviator on the chat. We've got some activity still of see if we can adjust that. Got some activity of London City. On final at the moment is City Flyer from Dublin. See if we can get that. There we go. We're rooftop today. So it promises to be a very interesting day indeed. Not long this stream, about an hour or so. Most of it we expect to happen around 1 o'clock. And off it goes. Buckingham Palace is just over here. You might be able to see the helicopter of the media. So at the moment the aircraft are currently forming over the North Sea. We expect them to make their way over into London, expected to be around 11:45. And boy have we got a load of aircraft today. So this is the Platinum Jubilee, 70 aircraft from the RAF expected today. At the moment live is going on Trooping of the Colour happening right now, and at the end of Trooping of the Colour we will have the Flypast, which we're expecting to see just over here. So we should see it at a long distance over London Stadium and then into Buckingham Palace, which is just over there. So I did promise you I'd tell you what is expected in the Flypast. I wasn't going to tell you on the previous stream that we had this morning. Thank you for everyone who joined us at London City. We're not far from London City still. But first of all, we're expecting 2 Merlins, 3 Wildcats, 3 Apaches, Another set of Merlins, different ones, Pumas, Chinooks, Lancaster, Hurricanes, Spitfires, Phenoms, Texans. We're expecting 3 Hercules 130s, an Atlas, which is the Airbus M400, and then we've got the C-17, the rivet joint, which is the one which is used for scanning, the Poseidon, Typhoons, Voyagers. We're expecting 2 of those Voyagers, and then we've got the modern F-35Bs. The 4 Hawks are expected, which are the training aircraft for Royal Air Force, similar to which is used as display aircraft, which are the well-known Red Arrows, which are also Hawks. So 70 aircraft expected today. We might even see the famous ER logo in the sky, which is formed by the planes for Her Royal Highness. 70 years today expected of perfect service to the country. So the Flypast will start off quite slow at first. The first will be the helicopters. The helicopters and choppers take a lot of time to make their way. Then afterwards we'll have the slower, larger aircraft with the older Lancasters and Hurricanes. Then we start to see the jets and the faster aircraft, which are the Hercules for the props. And then we start getting to the big boys, the C-17s, the Atlases, the Typhoons, and the 2 Voyagers, followed by the F-35Bs, then the Hawks of the Red Arrows. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight here in London. We're not far off Canary Wharf. So the Flypast is going to be going over Cambridge. It goes currently out in the North Sea, and then they'll regroup, make their formation, and make their way into East London, which they go over here in Stratford, and then they make their final approach into Buckingham Palace. Now, a few years back, we were lucky enough to record in a similar location to here the RAF 100th birthday. So we're going to show some clips later on in a few moments' time, just to build up and showing you what we would expect today. So hello on the chat, Aaron, Kevin D, Paul Glover, hope you're all well. Paul says there are 4 Eurofighters out there at the moment. Dazzle Blue Foggy T says must be mad doing the ATC over London, nearby planes flying over. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day in the sky for London Centre. Now we are tuned in to the official Flypast radio, so as they get closer we should start hearing them. We'll find out. We've also got the lucky view of the approach into London City, which we'll be able to see from here. So we're going to keep an eye on those as well. Hope everyone's well. So if you are joining us, you'll probably notice our flight radar is quite busy at the moment. We've got inbound as well. They look to be making their way soon, so we should see that. We've got the helicopters about to make their way. So let's have a look at what we can expect today. So on the left is going to be a quick video of what we're going to expect today and examples of it, and we'll show you the live view of currently at London City at the moment. So that was a slight example of what we're going to see. Now, you'll probably notice that the planes were quite small on that video. That's because it was filmed last time on a mobile. This is going to be filmed with a professional camera. We've got 25 zoom on this, so we should have a decent flight view on this, so don't worry. Now, a couple of comments have been asking how low the descent will be. At the moment they're flying around about 3,000 feet, They are going to get lower, and as they go into London, they'll be in around about 1,000 feet, or just under 1,000 feet. We see the helicopters of the media crew just in the distance there, and that is going to be a location where we'll see the Flypast. So we might be even lucky to get the Red Hour's famous trail of smoke. And I must say, it is a beautiful day here. You could not ask for better weather. So in the build up this, hope we're all well. Do let us know how you're watching this today. Are you in the UK? Are you abroad? You celebrating today's Jubilee? Let us all know. Kevin's watching from Manchester. Manchester certainly been in the reports lately over air travel chaos. Oh, my mistake. Oh, Ken, I'll turn that off. I just realised I haven't turned that bit off. There we go. So as Julian said, the slowest aircraft will go first, and that's generally the helicopters. We should see them approaching very soon, so you'll start seeing activity at 1:45, and then it all timed choreography chimes into a schedule that at 1 o'clock it will all go over Buckingham Palace. So I'm going to keep an eye also on the TV, because if they're out on the balcony, we know it's very soon. So they are not out just yet, but what we would expect is, I'll show you the flight path of what we expect it's going to be for us. So we're here at Stratford, not far, as you can see, from London Stadium. And over here is where we should start seeing the first of the aircraft. Then they'll come along here, we'll certainly hear them first, come along here, and then they will finish off in this direction to the far end here, where Buckingham Palace is. Now I must point out that that is all weather permitting, and so far so good. We have been very lucky with weather. Right, we should start seeing them. They're currently over Ipswich by the looks of things, and they're now making their formation. So they're starting to point in the direction that we want them to. Remember, our first aircraft we should be seeing are the helicopters. So these are going to be Merlins, Wildcats, Apaches, Pumas, Chinooks. 70 aircraft in total. Here we go. We've now got ATC of the Flypast. This is the Flypast official frequency. So they are close. And I'm pretty certain I can hear the noise, the distinctive noise of Chinooks. I can see them. Just in there. Can you see that? They should be right over us. They'll be turning and then be right over us. So we're going to keep an eye on this. There we go. Right on time, guys. 1:45. We shall see the first what? There they are at the distance. They will turn in. This is, I believe, the Lancasters by the looks of it, and Spitfires. We should see them turning and coming over to us. Either way, we've got a whole 360 view of this. So we shall not miss this, I guarantee it. What an astonishing thing to see. We should be really close on this. Okay, this is a weather check by the helicopters that we're currently hearing. This is their final preparation to the final path. Yeah, as I say, it will start off very slow, and then it will gain speed. So unfortunately, you don't always see the helicopters on flight radar. So we had comments that it's not far from Romford Market. That's not far from here.
What's the weather one?
It's always the calm before the madness, isn't it? We've got quite a bit of a crowd behind us on the Greenway, just waiting for the arrival of these helicopters first. So this is where they now start the formation. They all start to clump up together, and then you get the distinctive flyover pass formation. So they are all in separate units. They're all in different take off from different airports, and then the formation is outside over the North Sea, and then they make their way in. And as the jets form in, the slower aircraft like the helicopters will come in from inland and then join to begin the beginning part of the flypast. So the Lynx and the Lancasters are currently over Chelmsford. They'll be turning round. The Lynx are now turning. So these are the Wildcats. They're now turning over Brentwood. The RAF are also, helicopters are coming in over, where are we? I think these are per the actual, just viewing it from above. But we are close. They are very close. We'll hear the very distinctive rotary sounds very soon. So the Wildcats are the commandos of the Army Air Corps. These are the Lynx, shown on air flight plane finder or air flight radar. And that would be down as the Lynx. Now again, traffic, you'll probably notice there's not a lot of traffic now over London. A lot of the traffic will be put on hold or will be cleared in order for the Flypast to safely go through London. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button. Let's get everyone knowing that it's a good video. More people should watch it and make more of us join. If you're new to the channel, also don't forget to subscribe. We're going to be at London Heathrow tomorrow morning around about 10 o'clock, so join us then as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful day today. Look at we're currently at the, quite rightly so, the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park in Stratford. Fun things to do, mod on today. Thank you very much for joining us. Over on the chat while we wait, hope everyone is well. We've got Joe playing the Spitfires behind the Lancaster. Prometheus UK says the Lynx, which is the Wildcat, is currently showing over Epping. That's not far from here, that shouldn't be long now. It is literally a 15 to 20 minute activity, so we're now coming up to 10 minutes to go. 1 o'clock is the scheduled time over Buckingham Palace, so we should see them any moment now. Darren is watching from Portugal. Oh. We're in range. It is a beautiful day here, really hot. I'm glad I bought sun cream. So at the moment, if you look on Flight Radar or Plane Finder, you'll find a lot of the traffic inbound commercially are now in holding position. This is because ATC at London Centre has now put all the traffic in a holding pattern, ready for today's event, which is expected any moment now. And as mentioned on the chat by Aaron, Flight Radar has had a huge spike in the amount of people watching it. I was earlier using the military radar website, but that seems to have gone down slightly, so we'll have to switch over. I've had to switch over to Flight Radar or Plane Finder, which is doing well. Okay, the links are over Ilford and Redbridge, which is any minute now. We should start seeing them. Here we go, I can see them. Okay, so these are the Lynx Wildcats and Merlins, along with, here we go. These are the Merlins, the Wildcats, the Apaches. So these are the slower aircraft. Then you have the Chinooks afterwards very soon with the Apaches. Here are the Apaches. Sorry, these are the Merlins. And now we have the Apaches. And the very distinctive Chinooks are right on the tail there. This is now live, guys. We are rolling away. This is it. So we've got 3 Chinooks here, 3 Pumas, and we've just had 3 Merlins. Distinctive double blades. Rotary blades of the Chinooks. Next coming up after the Chinooks is expected to be the Lancasters, Hurricanes and Spitfires. We should see them very soon. As they are now making their way formation over to London, as you can see here. We'll keep an eye very soon for those Spitfires. I can hear them in the distance. What a sight that is. So next up is the Lancaster coming up first. Then you've got the 2 Hurricanes and Spitfires behind, 3 of them of the Spitfires. Not many of these around anymore. You'll probably notice that these will be a lot quicker soon. Here they come. This is the Battle of Britain formation. The huge Lancaster. Oh, be quiet, Siri. Just going behind buildings. Ignore the buildings very soon because we will see them pass very soon. So this makes up the Battle of Britain formation. Look at that. You have 1 Lancaster, 2 Hurricanes and 3 Spitfires. Makes you proud to be British there. So these were absolute distinctive aircraft for the Royal Air Force during World War II. The Spitfires, which were so famous around the world. The nightmare of the Luftwaffe. So next, we have the faster jets. So we have the faster training props, these are. So this is the Phenom and Texan. So these are 4 Texans and 1 Phenom plane, which is the jet up front, the white one in the middle. Afterwards, where we go, we have the Hercules. Brilliant planes these are. These are used by the Air Force to transport equipment and servicemen. And this is where it all speeds up now. So the Hercules are next. We've just had the Hercules, sorry, and we've now going to have the Atlas and the C-17. The Atlas is the latest addition, a few years now, for the Air Force. There they are. So here is the Airbus Atlas and the Boeing C-17. The Atlas is slightly smaller than the Globemaster. How about this, guys? You didn't think it would be close, but I promised you it would. Ain't that beautiful? And they are so low. So the C-17 is a quad jet and the Atlas is a turboprop, and we have the 2 rivet joints. This is the rivet joint and the Poseidon, the Boeing Poseidon. And then coming up after this is going to be 2 Voyagers, followed alongside with them with the brand new B-35s and Typhoons. Here they are. The Queen is certainly being spoilt today. So after that, we've got a second Voyager with another 4 F-35s, and this is the Boris plane in the distinctive red, white and blue, along with our next generation fighter jets. How about that, folks? Afterwards, we're going to see the penultimate part, which is the Hawker training planes. These are Hawker T2s coming in, and then followed by the famous Red Arrows. Here they are.
Hello.
So now you'll hear on the radio very soon the call out from Red Arrow, as we get to the final point of today's stream. This is brilliant. And here they are, the famous Red Arrows. And look at that, 70, do you see that? Isn't that marvellous? That's not the Red Arrows, sorry. My mistake, these are the Hawkers. It's slightly different to what I've seen on my plans. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. These are Typhoons, I've mistakenly. Sorry guys, I was following a paperwork that I got online and it's slightly out. They kept that quiet. Look at that, 70 for the 70th Jubilee. And here they are, the famous Red Arrows. There we go, there's the smoke. So that will turn red, white and blue very soon, as all the planes are currently held at Heathrow and the surrounding airports, London City as well. There we go. There is the famous red, white and blue. Isn't that beautiful? All over Buckingham Palace there. How about that, folks? How about that? Didn't that spoil us? It was promised to be a fantastic show by the RAF, and certainly was. And we even got the 70th formation, celebrating 70 years of Her Majesty holding the crown. And you can see them moving slightly. You might be able to see them at a distance over here. You'll see them coming through very soon. And this is where they break away. So it was challenging at the end, guys, but I hope you found the camera work to be as smooth as possible. And as I said, I promised that it would be an exclusive location. Boy, I think that was. And any more fly passes happening will certainly be up here again. So without further ado, there's nothing else for me to say apart from a merry, happy Jubilee, Your Majesty, and thank you very much, guys, for joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow we're over at Heathrow Airport at 10 AM UK time. Until the next time, guys, thank you very much over in chat. Cheers, guys. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Hello Ken. And thank you very much. It has been a fantastic start to a bank holiday, isn't it? Till the next time, guys, thank you very much. Join me on tomorrow at Heathrow Airport. Cheerio, guys. See you later.